The press conference for our #1 Sentai Gozyuger just dropped, giving us cast reveals, trailers, henshins, stage shows, and so much more. So today I'm going to be breaking down everything that happened, and also sprinkling in some live reaction. Now to start, Gozyuger is celebrating the 50th anniversary of Super Sentai, which for some of you following the anniversary trend, you might be like, hey, Zenkaizer was the 45th Sentai. But no, apparently they're like the 46th, because Lupin Ranger versus Pat Ranger became 2 Sentais, even if it's one show. Gozyuger is going to be airing alongside Kamen Rider Gavv and the upcoming Ultraman Omega, and the Gozyugers are going to be fighting the #1 world Guraidan, but they'll also be facing past Sentai Reds. The gimmick this year is going to be Sentai Rings, which they use in their transformation device called the Tega Sword. And oddly enough, everyone but Gozyu Wolf has a personal weapon so far. I'm not sure if this has happened before, but anyways, Gozyu Lion uses the Leon Buster 50, Gozyu Tyranno uses the Tyranno Hammer 50, Gozyu Eagle uses the Eagle Shooter 50, and Gozyu Unicorn uses the Unicorn Drill 50. But apparently, Gozyu Wolf is going to be getting a Decayed Sword sometime later down in the series, around the same time that the 6th Ranger is going to be arriving. And after the press conference, we got some Q2 leaks, which the biggest leak of all was GozyuPolar. Since they now have to shoot months in advance, we got GozyuPolar early, and he's going to be a Silver Ranger with gold accents, like the rest of the team. And they're going to be based on a bear, making this the 3rd ever to be based on a bear since Kugama Sky Blue. GozyuPolar's henshin item is going to be the Goody Burn, a knuckle-type transformation device, and it can transform into a robot, and can also be combined with the Tega Sword. And his special weapon is going to be the Bear Coma 50. Now to the main cast. Gozyu Wolf, Hueru Tono, is being played by Mio Fuo, and his suit actor is Kosuke Asai. Now his suit actor is an absolute powerhouse. He played a ton of Reds like Lupin Red, Zuo Eagle, and Don Momotaro. He was even Kamen Riders like Vulcan, Saber, and Gotchard Daybreak. Hueru is unfriendly and has a foul mouth, making him impulsive and hard to approach. But he is a good guy at heart. He also has no family or friends, and bounces from job to job because he's fired due to his attitude. Since a certain incident in the past, he has lived his life without a wish, so he has no wish to fulfill. He also has a habit of howling when he gets in a good mood, particularly when he transforms. Next is Gozyu Leon Rikuo Byakuya, played by Hideharu Suzuki, and his suit actor is Yasunori Sukagoshi. Rikuo is swaggy, and I guess it's because he was a super idol. Yup, not a regular idol, but a super idol. Which reminds me of how Ace was the star of the stars in Kamen Rider Geek. Anyways, he's a people pleaser, and after an incident, he was kicked out of his office and became a straggler. He is a strategist and skilled at manipulating people. He's also overconfident at times, but he not only can talk the talk, but he can walk the walk. Next up is Gozyu Tyranno Ryugi Bakugami, played by Masakusa Kanda, and his suit actor is Daiki Sake, who played Kamen Rider Jane, Veil, Crimson Veil, and a ton of MOTs. Ryugi is a Tega cultist who thinks that serving Tega Sword is the best path to happiness. His wish is for the Tega Sword's happiness, and will do anything for it. He is naive and moves very fast, but he is also extremely strong. He was raised in a strict family and ran away from home when he found out about Tega Sword's existence, and he became an outcast. Now heading over to Gozyu Eagle, Kinjiro Takihara, played by Jin Matsumoto. Last year, he was in the drama with Kaito/Zenkaizer, Tsubasa/Inu Brother, and Takamichi/Kirame Silver, who he'll probably be working with even more because Kouhei Shoji is playing Kamen Rider Gavv, the tertiary writer of Kamen Rider Gavv. Anyways, his suit actor is Shogo Teramoto, who played Hachi Ohger. Kinjiro is a high school student, and he's an outcast who is estranged from his family, but he doesn't care much about that. Although he is actually very serious, he wants to change himself and spends his days working to become a party person, which was pretty evident in the stage show. And last but not least, we have Sumino Ichikawa, who might be my favorite so far. She's the first female Black Ranger, played by Maya Inamori, and her suit actress is Ayumi Shimazono, who's also no stranger to Toku. She's played Kyoryu Violet, Chameleon Green, Zuo Tiger, Lupin Yellow, Real Soul Pink, Zenkai Majin, Oni Sister, and Kamen Rider Mage. Sumino is cool, but she also uses her charm as a weapon when necessary. She originally attended a police academy, but after a certain incident, she became an outcast. She is now a well-known high-class detective in her neighborhood. When not working as a detective, she works part-time. Now, there's actually a side character, Saori Lejima, played by Miyoko Karino, who is the caretaker of the house where Huaru lives and the owner of the cafe Half Century. She later entrusts Ryugi with the management of the cafe. But back to her actress, it turns out Miyoko is actually married to Masaru Nagai, who played Time Red. And now the Gozyugers mecha is going to be formed using the Tega Sword, and everyone is going to have their own mech, like the Capo Rangers. The Tega Sword is pretty interesting, being voiced by Yuki Kaiji. The Tega Sword is a sentient godlike being. Usually, it exists in secret, and in the past, its powers were divided into countless rings due to a giant fight called the Universe War. The rings are attracted to people who have strong wishes. Therefore, Tega Sword sponsors a battle for the rings, in which the rings make a ring contract with the people they have chosen and decide who will be their number one. The Tega Sword is mainly used by the Gozyugers to transform, which is done by placing one Gozyuger Sentai ring into the slot below the Tega Sword's blade. It can also be used with one of the Legend Sentai rings to transform into one of the previous Sentai Reds. And now, without further ado, let's see the Henshin. Okay, they're all stepping out. We can see a bit of like all of the characters here. Seems like a weirdo. That's my girl. She's gonna be cool. Oh, Henshin. Wait, what? Clap your hands. Wait, it's the two Kaiser thing. Okay, that's pretty cool. Ooh, that's nice. That's nice. Okay, I'm kind of in love with this. And these suits just look awesome. Team roll call. Let's go. Dang, that's a pretty cool transmission. Oh, he howls at the end. Okay. So, quick thoughts. I wonder why all of our warriors are outcast, ostracized from their families, and they all have part-time jobs. Also, unlike past anniversary seasons, it seems like the Rangers are going to only become Red Rangers, and their chest piece is going to be on top of the suit, which is odd because that's like the most hated thing on all the suits. But more on that later. So the theme song for Gozyuger is Winner Gozyuger by the Wieners. And weird name aside, these guys are awesome. And this song, we've only heard it a bit, and it's amazing. And the ending song is called Biri Biri Believing by Miu Kaneko. Now to the villains, called the #1 World Buraidan. And these guys have a wedding or marriage theme, which is odd because that has pretty much nothing to do with becoming the #1 Sentai. But that could explain why the powers come from the rings, and why they say engage before transforming. But anyways, the grunts are called Aryi, and I don't know why they're called that. Trust me, I tried, but they are based on wedding belts, and they have special weapons that they use during fights. Anyways, our first general is Fire Candle, played by Daisuke Sambogi, and he's the special attack force leader of the Buraidan. He really cares about his friends and is highly respected. He also gets extremely impulsive, which resembles Hoeru, and that's pretty ironic seeing that they actually hate each other. But up next is Bouquet, played by Marupi, and she's the technical captain of the Buraidan, who's polite and gentle, and her goal is to understand everyone in the Buraidan. And last but not least, we have a double feature, Mr. Shining Knight and Mrs. Sweet Cake. They're voiced by Tomokazu Sugita and Reina Ueda, respectively. And this is just bizarre. Apparently, they're a couple whose love went too far, resulting in them being fused together When the love between the two reaches its peak, they become gigantic, and they are general staff captains of the Bridan. Next is Q1, played by Karuma. He is the young president of Q1 AI concern, who has a past history with Hoaru. I can see him becoming a big villain similar to Dan Kuroto from X-Aid or Thouser from 01. Now I'm actually gonna give my live reaction to the trailer, and I'll give some of my thoughts while I'm at it.
What's going on here?
Oh, that's a nice mech shot. Now this looks like a ton of mechs that the Gozyuger mech is like standing on top of. Like there's the plane from Goranger. I see Q Reno. It looks like pretty much every mech. That is crazy. Yeah, there's Tokyo. Dang, that's cool. That's really cool. I wonder if this is like an endgame shot. Also, what's that ring thing? Like that way. That looks pretty cool. I'm not sure. Anyways, let's keep going. Number 1 battle. Okay, this looks cool. Number 1. Oh, this theme song is so good. Here goes you, Wolfu. Oh, that's cool. He's the idol. I find it weird still that Red doesn't have a personal weapon. Oh, he seems cool. I can definitely see Hachioger. Oh, those guys are cool. Even the grunts. Okay, the monsters, the rings. Oh, wait, they have a silver Tega Sword. Oh, apparently, like that versus Robo thing is gonna be a side special. Oh, that shot again. Oh, so cool. Ready, go! Okay, so that's the trailer for Gozyuger. Now to the stage show, which starts with all the Reds since Zenkaizer being summoned by someone called Tsukumato Kise, who uses a hypnosis beam to control them and literally threatens everyone watching it in person and online because he should be the only Sentai maniac. But before he can do any damage, the Gozyugers arrive and showcase their personalities before yelling engage. Then after clapping those hands, much like Zenkaizer, they become the number 1 Sentai Gozyuger. And after a whole their jumping to action, because the title of number 1 belongs only to them. Gozyu Leon frees Kaito, Tyranno frees Gira, Eagle frees Taya, and Unicorn frees Taro. Then the farmer captives join the fight against Kise, who's defeated after Gozyuger's finishing strike. And while the show wrapped up, it hit me that this is the first time some of these rides actually met each other, like Taro and Taya plus Gira and Kaito. But anyways, the show ends with the Reds and White wondering what the Gozyuger's world is like. No, because I'm late, we actually got the episode 1 trailer, and it starts with shots of the team before going to Hoaru, who says he's an outcast in this world, but his life is worth a fortune. Then it seems like Bouquet is taunting him to retrieve a ring from her, and Fire Candle wants to show humans how to really fight, while he's in a sick robo. Then there's the line, "I want to take every fight the ring can throw at me," on top of shots of all the team members. Then Hoaru's in a flashback scene with all the Dino Reds, and after a shot of the Mecha on top of all the others, Hoaru says he will be your number 1, and the episode is called Savior Number 1. Gozyuger is insanely cool, and it's definitely going to be one for the books. Seeing it's airing alongside Kamen Rider Gavv, which is one of the best rider shows in a while. And if this interests you, you can check out my reaction to the finale of Bakuage Sentai Boonboomger, which is Gozyuger's predecessor.